Hi my dear kids, I welcome you all to this maths class. Today in this class we are going to learn some interesting topics and the topics are point, line and line segment, measuring a line segment, drawing a line segment and patterns. So children, in this video first we can learn what is a point, line and line segment. So children, first we can learn what is a point. Can you see a square here children? And in this square, can you observe 3 dots? So here in this square, there are 3 dots represented using capital letters, isn't it? So each dot is called a point. So we can define a point as a point is represented by a dot. And we use capital letters to name a point. We always use capital letters to represent a point. So we can define a point as a point is represented by a dot and we use capital letters to name a point. So here the points are point P, point R and point Q. Next we can learn about line. Children, look at this picture. This is called a line. Can you see 2 arrows on the both sides of this line? Both these arrows shows that a line can be extended in both ways. A line has no endpoints. Endpoints means at the end of this line there are no points. That is called endpoints. So a line has no endpoints. And children, can you see 2 dots on this line? Yes, a line has 2 dots which is represented using capital letters. And these dots are called points. So we can define a line as a line has no endpoints. At the end there are no points. And the 2 arrowheads shows that the line can be extended in both ways. This arrow shows that we can extend both these sides. And a line is represented by 2 capital letters. So this line is represented by AB, capital letter AB. That mark any 2 points on it. The 2 points marked on this line are point A and point B. So we can name this line as line AB. Next one is line segment. Children, look at this picture. This is a line segment. Children, can you see 2 points at the end of this line segment? These 2 points are called endpoints. So a line segment has 2 endpoints. And the endpoints are X and Y. A line segment has 2 endpoints, X and Y. Children, notice that we use capital letters to represent a line segment. X and Y. Capital letter X and Y. So the line segment is XY. We use capital letters to represent a line segment. Children, you should keep in mind that since line segment has 2 endpoints, we cannot extend this line segment. We cannot extend this line segment in both directions. We can also notice that a line segment is a part of a line. Can you see a line segment here? Yes. Here we can see a line segment AB. So we can say that a line segment is also a part of a line. A line segment has 2 endpoints, X and Y. We use capital letters to name a line segment. We cannot extend a line segment on both directions since it has 2 endpoints. And line segment is a part of a line. So this is the definition of a line segment. So once again we can define point, line and line segment. First one is point. A point is represented by a dot and we use capital letters to name a point. Next one is line. A line has no endpoints. At the end of this line there are no points. So it has no endpoints. And the 2 arrowheads show that the line can be extended in both ways. This arrowhead shows that we can extend this line in both directions. A line is represented by two capital letters that mark any 2 points on it. We can mark 2 points on a line using capital letters. Next one is line segment. A line segment has two endpoints, X and Y. We use capital letters to name a line segment. We cannot extend a line segment on both directions since it has two endpoints. And line segment is also a part of a line. Children, please take page number 117. Let's do exercise 4.3. Here the first question is, look at the given figure and answer the questions. Here one figure is given. We should observe the figure and answer the questions given below. First question is, name of the figure. Children, can you name this figure? Which is this figure? Since this figure is a round shape, it is a circle. So name of the figure is, yes, circle. So write circle. C-I-R-C-L-E. Circle. Our next question is, name the points that are inside the figure, outside the figure and on the figure. Here we should write the name of the points that lie inside the circle, outside the circle and on the circle. First, we should name the points that lie inside the circle. The points inside the circle are A, B and C. So we can write A, capital letter A, comma B, comma C. Next is outside the figure. Children, can you name the points that lie outside the circle? Yes. The points are R and S. So the points are R, comma, S. Next is on the figure. We should name the points that lie on the circle. There are 2 points that lie on the circle and they are P and Q. So we can write P, comma, Q. Our second question is, observe the figure and fill in the blanks. Here a figure is given. We should observe the figure and answer the questions given below. First question is number of vertices. We can count number of vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are how many vertices? Yes, 5 vertices. So we can write number of vertices equal to 5. Next question is name of the vertices. The vertices are A, comma B, comma C, comma D and E. So we can write the names of the vertices. A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. Third question is number of sides. We should count the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 sides. So we can write number of sides equal to 5. Next question is names of the sides. Now we should write the names of these 5 sides. The names are AB, comma BC, comma CD, comma DE and EA. So we can write AB, comma BC, comma CD, comma DE, comma and EA. Next, we can learn the topic measuring a line segment. We can measure a line segment using a ruler. The ruler is marked in centimeters with numbers starting from 0. While measuring a line segment, we should keep in mind 3 points. The first one is keep the ruler on the line segment to be measured. And the second point is the 0 mark on the ruler should be on one end point of the line segment. Our third point is the reading on the ruler where the second endpoint of the line segment lies is the length of the line segment. Keeping these 3 points in mind, let's learn how to measure a line segment using a ruler. Children, look at this object. This is called a ruler. Children, do you know what is the use of this ruler? We use a ruler to measure the length, isn't it? Using this ruler, we can measure the length of a line segment. Children, can you see a centimeter marked here? The ruler is marked in centimeters. Can you see it here? cm. cm means centimeters. So, a ruler is marked in centimeters. And can you see the numbers on this ruler? Numbers starting from 0 to 15. So, the ruler is marked in centimeters with numbers starting from 0. Now, using this ruler, we can measure a line segment. Children, look at this line segment. Here a line segment is given. We can measure this line segment using this ruler. While measuring a line segment, the first step is we should keep the ruler on the line segment to be measured. That means we should keep the ruler on this line segment. The next step is the 0 mark on the ruler should be on one end point of the line segment. That means we should keep the 0 mark on the left end point of the line segment. Then the reading on the ruler where the second end point. This is the first end point and this is the second end point. The reading on the ruler where the second end point of the line segment lies is the length of the line segment. That means starting from the number 0 on the ruler where the second end point lies is the measure of the line segment. The second end point of the line segment lies in 7. Is it clear? Starting from 0, the second end point of the line segment lies in the number 7. So, the length of the line segment is, 7 centimeter. So, we can write 7 centimeter. The length of the line segment PQ is 7 centimeter. Children, please take page number 118. Let's do exercise 4.4. First question is, measure the lengths of the given line segments and write in the box. Here 3 line segments are given. We should measure the line segment and we should write the measure of this line segment in the box. Here the first line segment is PQ. While measuring a line segment, first we have to keep the ruler on one end point. That means 0 mark on the ruler should be at one end point of the line segment. And the reading on the ruler where the second end point lies is the length of the line segment. The number at which the second end point lies is, 8 centimeter. So, the length of this line segment PQ is 8 centimeter. So, we can write PQ equal to 8 centimeter. Next, we can measure the line segment AB. First, we should keep the ruler on the line segment and the 0 mark on the ruler should be on one end point of the line segment. And we should look at the number where the second end point lies. The number in which second end point lies is 7. So, the length of this line segment AB is, 7 centimeter. We can write AB equal to 7 centimeter. Next line segment is XY. So, we can keep the ruler on the line segment and observe the number where the second end point lies. The measure of the line segment XY is, 5 centimeter. We can write XY equal to 5 centimeter. Our next topic is drawing a line segment. Children, next we can learn how to draw a line segment. There are 3 steps that we should keep in mind while drawing a line segment. The first step is, we should keep the ruler on the page. At the point showing 0 on the ruler, we should mark the first point. That means, first, we should keep the ruler on the page where we have to draw the line segment. Then, at the point showing 0 on the ruler, we should mark the first end point. Second step is, without moving the ruler, at the point showing the number on the ruler, mark the point on the page. So in the first step, we have marked one endpoint, and in the second step, without moving the ruler, at the point showing the given number, we should mark the second endpoint. Then third step is, we should join the two endpoints, and hence we get the required line segment. So first we have to keep the ruler on the page where we have to draw the line segment. Then at the point showing 0 on the ruler, we have to mark the one endpoint. Then next step is, without moving the ruler, at the point showing the number on the ruler, we have to mark the second endpoint. Then third step is, we should join the endpoints. Let's do one example. So children, here is a question. Draw line segments of this length. Here two lengths are given. We should draw the line segment using this length. The first one is 4 cm. So we have to draw a line segment of length 4 cm. So let's do the first question. First, we have to take the ruler and place it on the page where we have to draw the line segment. Then we should mark at the point showing 0 on the ruler. So we can mark the point. This is our first endpoint. Then without moving the ruler, we should mark the number 4. Here our question is 4. Then we should mark the second endpoint at the number 4. Now we can join the line segment. So these are the two endpoints, and this is the required line segment. We can name this line segment as PQ. So we can write the measure as 4 cm. This is the required line segment. Let's do the next question. Question number B. Here we have to draw line segment of length 9 cm. For that, first we have to fix the ruler on the page. Then at the point showing 0 on the ruler, we have to mark our first endpoint. So this is our first endpoint. Next, without moving the ruler, we have to mark the number. Here it is 9 cm. So we have to mark the number 9. So I have marked two endpoints. Now we can join the two endpoints. So this is the required line segment. Now we can name this line segment as AB. So the length of this line segment AB is 9 cm. So this is the method of drawing a line segment. Children, our next topic is patterns. Do you know what are patterns? Patterns are shapes or figures that are arranged in a definite order, repeated over and over again. Children, you can see different patterns on floor tiles, on mats, on different clothes, on walls and all around us. Children, can you notice a pattern here? Yes, here a pattern is obtained by repeating a circle and triangle one after the other. The first one is a circle, then triangle, then circle, then triangle, and the pattern continues like this. So here a pattern is obtained. Let's take another example, and here also we can see a pattern. In the first picture there is only one banana, two bananas, and followed by 3 bananas. After that the pattern is repeated, 1 banana, 2 bananas and 3 bananas. Like this way the pattern continues, and hence we obtained a pattern here. Children, please take page number 119. Let's do exercise 4.5. Observe and continue the following patterns. We learned that patterns are shapes or figures that are arranged in a definite order, repeated over and over again. So here 4 patterns are given. We should follow the same patterns given here. We have to draw the same pattern given in question A. So we can draw the same pattern given here. Look at the next pattern. We have to draw the same pattern. Like this way, you have to complete this pattern. Next question is a downward triangle, then a square, then upward triangle, then square. So first we can draw a downward triangle, then a square, then a upward triangle, then a square. Next pattern is square, circle, square, circle. So we have to follow the same pattern. Square, circle, square, then circle. Okay children, let's wind up the class. Hope these topics are clear for you. So see you in the next class.